Welcome, all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Also, I'd like to say double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone, and also shalom to the Akim that are sincerely pushing the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So, I was watching this video that the elder apostle Tahar had put up entitled Israelites and Low Self-Esteem. Now, before I clicked on the video, I knew already that the video was going to be a good video because that's something I've been noticing through the spirit within I'll say the past few weeks, from certain situations I encountered with Jakes on a job site or whatever. And the thing with Jake is Jake don't want to help themselves, and they look for excuses or ways to pass the blame down on why they can perform what they can perform. Now, one of the excuses, like they'll say like, oh, they'll blame Esau, even though Esau does oppress us, but there's still opportunities that you can still do, like the Apostle Tahar mentioned about like different apps. Let's say you can find a 9-to-5 job or whatever, but you still have there's still ways for you to make money. Like you have apps such as Uber Eats, Uber, Lyft. That's for brothers that have cars. Now, if you don't have a car, you could do other apps such as Calvier, if I'm not mistaken. You got Postmates. And another one I know is Instacart. And what you do is pretty much do deliveries. You download the app and you get a delivery, and you can do the delivery on foot, or if you have a bike, you can do delivery on the bike. And another thing that Apostle Tahar mentioned, like Jake, let's say they have an interview for something. Jake just automatically just like doubt themselves they're not gonna get the job. Like there's ways to prepare for an interview. You go on Google, download look up different interview questions, rehearse it, whatever. But Jake don't want to do these things. Jake just want things handed over without any hard work. Now I'm gonna go to the scripture real quick. Jeremiah 2:21, and it says, "Yet I have planted thee a noble vine." Now, who the Most High speaking to? He's speaking to the Israelites, and Most High had planted us a noble vine. All right, we was created to be a noble people, a royal people, and it says, "Holy, a right seed." Now, holy means something that's clean. That's why the Most High is giving Israel the law, because we knew, the law was to us to know from right and wrong. That's why the Most High call us a just people. The word just is where you get the word justice, which means to administer the law. Now, a person that doesn't receive justice, that means that the law was not administered. So the Most High gave us a law for us to comply by and to live by. So we'll be a holy, a clean people. Now I'm going to read on, and it says, "How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?" Now this word, the degenerate, when you break that word down, the word D means away from, and generate, where you get the word gene, which means a nation of people. So when you put the word together, away from the nation, because everything that Jake is doing, they following after the other nations, like bleaching their hair, bleaching their skin, wearing super tight pants, dressing androgynous, having tats all over their body, tats on their face. The Most High did not create us to be us, to carry ourselves in these manners. These were the things that the heathen did. We didn't have no marks in our face. That's something the heathen did. They got tats on their face, but the heathen did it back in the ancient time as tribal marks. But we didn't exercise those practices. So it says, how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Like Jake just like this got this lazy attitude. Like Jake was so quick to say they can't do something, or they don't have a job. They'll complain about not having a job, but you ask them, well, how many applications you filed this week? And the answer will be 0. Well, how do you expect to get a job if you're not filling out applications? And then when they do, let's say they do get a job, they don't do anything to keep the job. They come to work late, like every other day. Or they may come for lunch or break late. And they get a certain task to perform. They don't put like 100% emphasis on completing the job. Or doing the job right. They give you some half-assed job. Because they just want to be entertained. And then they complain about, the so-called white man don't respect them. And other nations don't respect them. And yes, that is true. But these niggas, half of these niggas, they feed into the narrative that's put up on them. Blowing their money on stupid shit. And then to be broke after. Like their priorities is just like out of whack. And a lot of times I get embarrassed for these niggas. So I read that part again. It says, how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? And that's what these jakes are. Like you got grown men. So I'm trying not to curse. You got grown men in their 30s, 40s that still suck their thumb. You got grown men that still sag their pants. That's embarrassing. Let me go to another scripture on 1 Corinthians. What is it? 13:11, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 13:11. Now, 1 Corinthians 13:11, it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And that's the mind state of these niggas, because they have a childlike mind state. You remember the rapper Nas had a song called Second Childhood? These niggas in their second childhood. Half of these niggas, and I'm speaking about the ones that's like in their mid-20s in their 30s. They don't even know how to fill out a W-4. It's a damn shame. You know, that's a damn shame. A lot of these jakes, they want to be baby. They want you to hold their hand through everything. Instead of going out there and building like a conglomerate with, with different people, so you can always have work or whatever, different connects. That's why Scripture speaks about using the world and not abusing it. You gotta be able to like put yourself out there sometimes. So I'm gonna read that part again. So when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And when you come into the truth, you become a man. And we have guidances like the elders, apostles that helped us become men. I remember when I first came into the faith, the elder apostle Tahar put out order that everyone that's in a camp must have a driver's license. Now, have the apostle Tahar never put that order out, I probably would never got my driver's license. I probably would have self-doubt myself. I always looked at it like, well, before I came into the truth, like, well, I don't know anybody with cars. I don't know anybody that's willing to teach me. But when I got when the pastor Hall put that order out there, I had to get my driver's license. I had to learn how to drive, and that's what I did. I ended up getting a car. Well, one of the brothers in the camp gave me his old car that he was going to get rid of. And then from that, I started learning how to work on cars. I started fixing on cars. And times when I didn't have money, I would take jobs and fix people's cars and make some little side money. And all of that came from the order of all brothers have a license. It was times I had problems with my car that the mechanic couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, and I figured out myself through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we learn how to become men, or we become men. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua has set up the elders and apostles as leaders, as gods, to give us guidance on how to conduct ourselves. But I'm going to keep this short. And, again, I'm going to say all praises and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Until next time, Shalom.